T.S. Eliot, who I began my lecture with in terms of Eliot. And by the time we get to the hollow men, this is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper. We'll already be moving towards post-modernity, where there is no up, there is no down. There are no clear understandings of the way we're supposed to answer the questions of the Big Five. What can you know? Who you are? Psychologically and sociologically, how do you find your footing? And then, what do you do with all the pain? All the immense pain. Of course, we saw this in our study of Swift, right, in Modest Proposal. What do you do with all those children? Nobody wants them. So what do you do with them? Oh, I know, we'll eat them. No, that's not morally acceptable. What? Morally acceptable to let them grow up without any love? Oh. These tensions, for us then, will be born of our study of the Romantics. T.S. Eliot will say in the conclusion of East Coker, old men ought to be explorers. That is to say, all of life is about exploration, learning. It will be Tennyson who, right after what we'll call the patently Romantic period, in the Victorian period as we'll call it, he'll say it best in Ulysses, I'm a part of all that I've met. Yet all experience is an arch where through gleams that untraveled road, whose margin fades forever and forever when I move. How dull it is to pause, to make an end, to rest unburnished, not to shine in use, as though to breathe were life. Life, piled on, life is all too little. And of one to me, little remains. That every hour is saved from that eternal silence something more, a bringer of new things. And violet were for sun 3 suns to store and hoard myself. And this gray spirit yearning in desire to follow knowledge like a sinking star beyond the utmost bounds of human thought. Listen to that line again. To follow knowledge like a sinking star beyond the utmost bounds of human thought. The age of the Romantics will give rise, after the differentiation of the value spheres and the age of the Enlightenment, to this notion you're always learning more. You're always exploring. To follow knowledge like a sinking star beyond the utmost bounds of human thought. And of course, at your moment of death, the goal, this takes us back to Plato, right, is to be able to say you did it well. Because you have to swing at the park for a short time. Swing well. Why wouldn't you? But what does that mean, swing well? How will I know that I swang well? Like, how? How do I know that I've lived a happy life, a productive life, that I enjoyed well-being? For not just me, but for others that live on this planet, and more importantly, for those that will live 3 generations from now. How do I know what good living is all about? That's the challenge that the Romantics certainly want to enjoin. And we'll pick that up when we come back to begin our study. And we'll start with Burns in his classic, To a Mouse and to a Louse. And we'll realize it's all about sight in the end, or what we might call perspicacity. Thank you.